Looking at Plumbville versus Delirium. So a lot of OGs here in this match. You know, Delirium's I think won first place in every team fighting event that they've ever signed up for together. So wondering if we'll see an update or an upset for the first time in this tournament. I know these teams have scrimmaged recently. I can't remember what the result was, but I know it was extremely close. Well, this is probably the most exciting match of the event here. I have been very curious what the result of this would be if we saw these two teams in the semifinals. Very exciting. Now, a lot of the guys on Plumbville, well, you know, Plumbville did have to kind of merge rosters with the Legion players for this one. So there's some players mixed in there that maybe aren't super experienced in competitive TO. A lot of dueling goats on Legion, but definitely got some Zodiac players to make up for that, like Llama. Absolutely insane team fighters. Alrighty guys, semifinals of Elite Series is live. It looks like Delirium's looking to push this right side bridge and just power through. They definitely have the spawn advantage like crazy, so they'll definitely win over time here. Lots of kills coming out for the Legion side though. Yeah, it looks like they've successfully defended this first push here. And looks like Plumbville is opting to give up that bridge, instead fighting from the walls there, top right. I wonder if they have anyone set up to cover a flank. Looks like Thrag, who is Ryan, and Bot down here. They will have a 4v2. Actually, they will have to fight every member of that team here. Surely they win that. Alrighty, first kill coming out for Delirium. Plumbville finding one, but Delirium up by 4 kills now. Only 2 members left on the Plumbville team. And they will both go down. Looks like Delirium will be capping this first point, no problem. With 6 minutes, 8 seconds left to go. Actually, it looks like Plumbville will be able to contest here at the last second. Assuming they do manage to get enough people onto that point. Which they will not. And let's take a look at what Plumbville's doing over here to set up on second objective. Looks like they will place one banner down, no NG being employed here. I think some walls can be nice on this objective. Delirium looking to set up a sandwich here. A little bit of a pincer move. They got one person slipping back to cap that last objective. I wonder if Plumbville will see it in time. Delirium finding the first kills here of this team fight. Fight looking pretty even. Delirium up by 1. And the reinforcements will be coming in for Plumbville here. I believe they do manage to stop the plant over here. Bot down is on the case here versus Old Knight. Map choices decided by me. We're kind of playing an order of maps just to keep the stream interesting and keep teams on their toes. You know, play a lot of maps so teams kind of have to adapt on the fly a little bit just for this one. But we're basically just choosing the maps that we think are the best for the small scale format and spreading them out across the event. So after this we will have Bridgetown, then Redhelm, and we will save Lion Spire for the grand finals. Alrighty, Delirium looking super strong. Looks like they've taken this team fight no problem. Only a couple players left for them to clean up. Bomb is planted, and Plumbville will look to retake. Only 3 players there for Plumbville. They will opt to back up, wait for their team. Probably the smart decision here. Plumbville playing very aggressive. They do manage to get on the boat. Kills are relatively even. Actually, Plumbville pulling ahead a little bit in the kills. Can they get the defuse? And they do. Very nice save there by Plumbville. Looks like Dr. Osu may be hanging back a little bit. Nope, he will join his team. I think that flank to the back ship used to be used to work super well, and because teams didn't necessarily expect it, you know, early on into competitive, but I think everyone's kind of seen it so many times that at least the teams with OGs know to watch out for it. Oh, very quick defuse there by Plumbville. Cryptic doing a lot of work for his team, but won't be enough there, unfortunately. Plumbville doing a really good job of holding Delirium here on this first ship, actually. Still 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go for Delirium to potentially take this objective. However, Plumbville is looking very strong here. A very nice flank there by Heads Up. Doesn't quite find any damage from it, though. Okay, 3 kills coming out for Delirium in quick succession. They're winning this fight extremely quickly. Will Plumbville be able to contest in time? Dr. Osu does find a kill before he goes down on Old Knight. So, and Delirium takes the first ship. Now Delirium have 3 minutes 20 seconds to cap this second ship. However, I would say that Plumbville did an excellent job of burning time during that objective, setting themselves up very nicely for a potential scored tiebreaker. Kills looking relatively even. However, Plumbville do have the better spawns, the closer spawn location. Oh, however, Delirium does manage to get an early pick there on Dr. Osu. Delirium should push here to press that advantage. Very nice flank coming out by Gunner. Finding a lot of damage for his team. Delirium is going to be able to light that barrel. 4 players left on point for Delirium as Plumbville attempts to retake here. Starting out as a 4v4, Heads Up does find the first kill. Durag hits a nice flank here to support his team. So yeah, there are a lot of limits. Teams are only allowed 1 Pullman or a 1-hand spear, so 1-hand spear counts towards that limit. They're only allowed to have 1 player running Danax, well, Danaxes in general. They're only allowed to run 1 of a War Club, Heavy Mace, or Warhammer, so they can only have 1 of those. We call that the superior weapons. And they can only run a maximum of 3 people as the single class, right? So you can only have 3 Knights, 3 Vanguards, and 1 Pullman is typically what teams are going to be doing here. So Plumbville finding the first 2 kills of this match. Cryptic bringing it back for his team, though, actually. Yeah, looks like Delirium's going to end up winning this team fight here. They don't have a ton of time going into this bridge objective here. And this is one of the hardest to take, probably, considering how close those spawns are for defense, and what you know, the tight lane fight that they actually have to get through. Delirium has to win a team fight very quickly in order to get those barrels down. Even if Delirium's winning over time, even just by a little bit, those spawns will make up for that difference. They do manage to clear the entire Plumbville team and are getting one barrel down at least, maybe a second here. Yeah, looking like these guys are just going to blast through this objective here. Very nicely done by Delirium. Let's see if Plumbville can do a little better job of defending this next objective here. The choke is even more difficult for the attackers, so Plumbville should have every opportunity to potentially hold Delirium here. Delirium successfully pushes out of the choke, but take a lot of damage for it. Durag and DVS finding kills for their team. Delirium's up by 3 members right now. Make that 4. And Delirium just annihilates that defense one more time. Is immediately going to get those barrels up. Legion a little desperate here, or sorry, Plumbville. Trickling in their players. I'm sure they will opt to reset now, though. This is a virtually impossible objective to defend. I tend to just try to select some statues that we'll focus on. However, I really don't know what the best way to approach defense on this objective is. Plumbville will manage to clear out the attackers here. You know, Plumbville actually doing a really good job of spreading out and just buying time here. And whoever that is, yeah, I believe that was Llama. Very nice 1vx there by Llama, holding Sun God and someone else there for a second. Okay, looks like Delirium's starting to power through these statues a little bit, almost to 50% on the objective progress. Yeah, very close fight here between these two teams right now. I would say that for how this objective usually goes, Plumbville's actually doing a really good job of delaying the Delirium team right now. Yeah, actually, Plumbville looking super strong at the moment. I believe they've burned almost 2 minutes already. If not, a little more than that. Plumbville, yeah, Delirium does finally clear the objective, though. Plumbville will look to reset next to that church door. Maybe hoping they can win this team fight and save their teammates there, but it might have been a mistake. I think these players might be trickling themselves for the next team fight. Although 2 Delirium players will be held by Dr. Osu. Oh, and he wins the 1v2. What a goat. Very nicely done. Delirium looking like they're already making some progress here on the church door, though, however. Plumbville set up very nicely for this fight. They have a much better spawn and to force the engagement away from the door itself. They just have to be careful to watch for any potential flanks that Delirium might go for. Delirium looking like they might be about to overwhelm the defenders here. Plumbville teammates rushing in to help their team. However, it might be a little too late. Delirium is racking up kills here and powering through that door right now. And they will make it through. Actually, they will be going into this last objective with 6 minutes, 20 seconds. And remember, y'all, heavy mace is a restricted weapon. So these players are not allowed to run a bunch of heavy mace druids. Or whatever they are, priests. Alrighty, looks like Delirium has successfully staged this fight on the objective. And they're getting a lot of kills here. Plumbville should have been a little bit more proactive about engaging the enemy away from this tomb. Unfortunately, it looks like they have, forced that fight to happen on the tomb and won it. I'm sure they'll get to at least 50% objective progress here. Sun God ready to go to buy his team as much time as he can. And they'll get to about 3/4, a little past. And they looks like they will take it here. Very nice time by Delirium on their attack. Alrighty, guys, moving into round 2 here. Delirium on defense now. Looks like they've managed to catch some of these Delirium players on the other side of this bridge here. They will find, actually they will not find a pick from it. Plumbville powering through here, making having a better first push than Delirium did on their attack. And they're just gonna truck their way through these doors. Kills seem about even. 3 versus 3 here on the objective. 2 versus 2. This would be huge for Plumbville if they can win this quickly and start to make some progress. Only Llama left for his team. Oh, and he will res bot down with a bandage here. Back to a 2v2. And we'll take a look at this main fight going on over here. Looks like they did manage to take down the Delirium players defending that other side. I'll scratch that, actually. I think some reinforcements made it there just in time. And looks like Plumbville will take this first objective as well. It's got to be super close on who... actually, Delirium gets enough players on point, and they do win the team fight. I think that alone will mean that they will win this objective on time if it does come to a tiebreaker. Plumbville gearing up for a right side push here. They do manage to stage this fight off the objective and are making some important progress here. Oh, unfortunate double horn there from Delirium, I believe. Only a touch of progress to go for Plumbville here. And they do capture the objective. I think, like I said before, Delirium was probably a little bit faster on that objective. However, if both teams complete, we will just see what the ref says about that. Plumbville finding the first kill here. Llama suicides apparently. Heads up makes up for it with another kill. Ooh, very nice team fight there by Plumbville. Alrighty, looks like Plumbville will opt to push up the nose of the ship here. Looks like they're sending maybe one flanker somewhere else. I saw the man drop off, but I do not know where he went. Delirium doing a really good job of holding them there at the front. Kills are looking pretty even so far. Plumbville maybe pulling ahead a little bit. Oh, very nice. Kick collide by Ryan there. And he does find the kill on Sun God. Very well played. However, the fuse is lit. And I don't see any Delirium players with too good of an opportunity for a defuse here. Looks like one of them will go for it. And Plumbville will take this first objective much faster than Delirium did, actually. So far, still looking pretty even between these two teams. Alright, even kills so far. Heads Up, actually, Heads Up must have a ton of kills. Yeah, 11 kills for his team right now. Next closest is at 6. Man is doing a ton of work for Plumbville at the moment. Looks like they will get that fuse lit, and they've got 5 players on point. Make that 6, ready to defend it. Doesn't look like Delirium will have a chance to retake here, really. And they stagger Old Knight. Ooh, very quick kills there by Plumbville. They're looking super dominant right now. I think Delirium has given up here, and they'll look to reset for the next objective. Okay, Delirium waking up a little bit though. Finding a ton of kills in a quick succession. Oh, nice sprint charge there onto Cryptic. Looks like Plumbville's trying to get out of there though. Thrag and Llama finding kills for their team. Looks like they may be able to find a couple more here. And yeah, it looks like Plumbville will finally break through this team fight here and start to take this bridge. Pushing up with 3 barrels. Delirium does find a kill onto... okay, yeah, actually, Randy just gets 4 kills with his heavy mace. And wow, very, very nice round there by Randy. Randy is a dog in this match. Alright, let's see if Plumbville will have any more luck here in their second push. They were almost able to slip through on that right side. Barely got held. Oh, nice kill there by Llama. And someone went down there next to him. Yeah, Llama finds a kill on Durag. Very well done by Plumbville here. Very aggressive plays. They just needed one of those one-hand rats. And I'm not talking shit, that's just the name of the position. To slip through and start snowballing some kills. Let's see how they do on this second gate objective. Ooh, very nice damage coming out from Delirium right into that group of him. Yeah, Plumbville's going to get melted very quickly. Absolutely no shot that those players are just going to be able to tank through that little gap in the defenses there. Already looking like Plumbville will just attempt another push up the middle here. Oh no, something happened to Dr. Osu there, unfortunately. 1 second, y'all. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. The server started dying on us last round. Not sure if the Nitrado servers are getting DDoSed or what might be going on there. However, we are going to let, I believe it was Plumbville on attack, get back to where they were at before that happened, and we will restart with the time they had left, which is 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Alrighty, and we are getting started here. Back on track. Looks like a Delirium winning in the team fight so far. About even kills. Yeah, pretty even team fight so far. Still anyone's here. 3 versus 2 in favor of Plumbville, and it looks like they will opt to reset here. Actually, the reinforcements are back. And looks like they will get all 3 barrels there. So moving into the relic stage with pretty solid time. I'm not sure which team got that more quickly on their attack, actually. This is definitely going to be a super close match on the score. Plumbville is going to be making consistent progress here. Looks like Delirium struggling to meet the opponents, spreading out a little bit more than the ladder on their defense. Yeah, kind of hard to have much to say about this objective. It's kind of just a little bit of a crazy little cluster of fights everywhere, you know. But it does seem like the attack is going a little faster than the other team's attack on this stage. I love this rat setup here with the walls just turtling into that corner. Alrighty, and Plumbville does make it past these statues here. Moving on to the door. Delirium did a pretty good job of pushing through this objective quickly. So let's see how they're able to do on defense now. Alrighty, it looks like Delirium's opting for an NG setup on this objective, which is actually probably pretty clutch and important. If they do win on time this objective, even with as much progress as Plumbville has made, it'll be because of those NG defenses. It's like they're pushing through quickly, though. Plumbville has a ton of engineers about to dump damage into those doors, and they're cleared out just in time. Wow, that's crazy. Couple of riposts from those NGs into that door. Alrighty. These players are getting through, and NG is right up on that wall. He is cleared out in time. It's like Delirium will stop the push again. Definitely looking like they might take the win on this objective for sure. And Delirium cleared the next one extremely quickly. I think Plumbville will be hard pressed to beat Delirium's time on the final OBJ. Yeah, they're sinking some damage, 1 hit left, and they do take it. 6 minutes, 10 seconds here. That's actually a crazy amount of time to have going in this objective. Alright, looks like some Plumbville players do slip through, but they don't really manage to get much damage out of it. And Delirium is now set up here to defend. A little bit of an interesting setup from Plumbville. They've got some lads on the high ground here, about to be met by Gunner. Maybe looking to bait them down, set up a first kill. And Plumbville is going to manage to get that fight onto the point. They've got their NGs dumping damages, or swings into the tomb. Sorry. Very interested to see what Plumbville's setup will be this time. Looks like they've set up 2 guys on the left side high ground. Hoping to drop down Batman style for some flanks here. Llama will go for it and doesn't find that special. Dr. Osu is taken down though. Durag, Delirium finding a lot of kills here. Plumbville kind of starting to swing it in the other direction. However, the last of the Plumbville players do go down. Yeah, there's no shot that Plumbville will be anywhere close to Delirium's attack time on this objective. But as long as they complete it, it'll come down to the rest of the OBJs played earlier. I do think they made really good time on the first and second. Could be anyone's match still. And Plumbville does get cleared again. They don't really manage to put too much damage into the tomb that fight. And a very nice defense is set up now by Durag, I believe, if he's still on engineer for Delirium. Ooh, nice fire pot coming out from Plumbville. Delirium aggressively pushing into Plumbville's push here. Looks like fight is still pretty even. Plumbville putting a ton of damage into the tomb here. If they don't complete this push, they probably will on the next. And as most of you already know, engineers do more damage on structures and objectives, so I'm sure there's probably a third engineer lurking around somewhere from Plumbville. And Plumbville will look to push in now. And they do get the tomb. GG. After many moons of arguing and debating the rules, we've reached a decision. Delirium has won the match. So congratulations to those guys. They'll be moving on to the finals here.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more from Palestra. Follow our links below and check out another video on screen now.